Hi, and welcome to this week's Monday Live. I'm going to first adjust this because white background and white hair, it's like, okay, everything's white. So if you excuse me a little bit, while I'm doing this, I can say if you haven't seen it on the picture, I'm going to use the major arcana from this quantum tarot, and they are quite special. Like this one, for instance, you can see it has, where's my pointer? It has, up here, it's multi-layered, so to speak, so you can see there's some keys here. Otherwise, if you hold it like this, you can't see them. And it is card 5, the Hierophant, traditionally. But, and we have the planet system, and yeah, so I don't recall who this guy is, but it's representative for the system, so to speak, but also breaking out of the system because it was discovered that the Earth was not in the center of the universe, So it's kind of both, both the system, but also discovering sometimes, teaching your own learnings, but also teaching what is taught to you. So it can be both, but it's more to show how those cards can be. And this one here, for instance, with the Saturn on it, and the weight scale, so it's the Justice card, for instance. Yeah, so it's interesting. We have the Empress here, very clear symbolism with Venus and a pregnant woman on the moon. So they're interesting. I'm using the major arcana, both as a mix of traditional tarot, but also how, extra messages from how these are made. So it's sort of also work like an oracle. So it's sort of a mix for me. And then I have the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck here, for instance, looking like this with the Soul Star activation, like this on the back, and the Heart of Swords here, very beautiful. And those were the decks that called, so I'm sort of expecting things to, show some very supportive, what are changing energy wise and what is going on, like how can we support ourselves, how can we support the change, and so on and so on. So let's see what the cards has for us. And as usually, if you catch me live, you can write in the chat if you subscribe. Only for a minute is enough. So been subscribing, and you can be so lucky to get your card for the week. So let's see, we are going to begin with one from each. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself if I get exactly the same cards as the Danish one, because when I did the Danish reading, the 2 cards from this deck for the week, I mixed them in again and pulled one for one of my viewers, and it was the exact same cards for her. What do you know? Wow. Well, she also works very much with those things, so wasn't that surprised that it was strong cards, but still surprised that it was exactly the same. Stranger things have happened. So let's see. Yes. It's very interesting. We have the card I showed you just before. Number 11, Justice, where we also have the astrological marker for Saturn. That is very much about, hard work and time. So we also have some sort of formula down here. I can't see what it is, and even if I could, I'm not into all these formulas, so I wouldn't be able to tell which one it was. That's not my forte. That's not my expertise. But anyway, we have the Justice card here with the balance scale, and we have the Saturn in the top, and it's about, okay, it's important to weigh, because what weighs tips the balance scale. We are looking upon, like, sort of, well, in this case, sort of a strict teacher. So, or that tells you, okay, you need to do this, otherwise you can't go out and play. And you know, it have to be order and stuff, have to be structure and things, and things have to be fair. Saturn might be harsh, but it's also fair. So it's very much about fairness. It's very much about balancing things out. And I should say, when we get this divine healing card with high vibrational energy and clarity from the crystal skull wisdom card here, then it's time that, if you know, the balance has maybe been a little bit too much to the heavy side, now it's more time to even it up, so it gets more even. And to do that, it's real important that we help by lifting our own vibrations, by raising our thoughts, by being mindful of what wolf we feed, so to speak, where do we put our energy, what do we give nourish, do we give our anxiety, our worries, is that where our thoughts and energy goes, or is it towards what makes us smile, what makes us feel happy, what makes our shoulders relax? Because with these two cards, it's saying, you know, it's really important that you do this work, that you are aware of these things and these changes, and help by your awareness yourself. Otherwise, this can get to feel real heavy, and the balance scales goes down. It feels real heavy. So the better you are, you know, to focus on the things that lift your soul, lift your spirit. So feeding the joy and the gratitude and the happiness and the loving feeling and the relaxed feeling and everything that makes you warm in your heart, and your, you know, your smiling wrinkles instead of worrying wrinkles, you know, everything that pulls you in that direction, you are asked to do more of. Because that will not just help heal yourself, it will, you know, spread like strings in the water and heal your surroundings. People around you will catch it, you know. It's not just viruses that catch on and latch onto it, it's also your energy. So if you feel heavy and ugh, then other people will pick up on that. If you feel more light and joyful and feed your gratitude and you know, and your joy and your happiness and your love, and you know, shine more and smile more and relax more on your shoulders and all that, notice all that, and then people will pick up on that too and be sort of infected by that, so they too will have more easy to let go of the heavy stuff and focus on the gratitude and the joy and the love. And it's really important because this week here, where we also have the equinox coming, here on the northern hemisphere, it's the autumn equinox. But anyway, it's, you know, day and night are equal long. That's the same all the year round at equator, but anywhere else on the earth, it's not. So the more to the north or the south, the bigger the difference. But at this day, at the equinoxes in the spring and in the fall, night and day are equaling. So we have the balance scale exactly like this, equal of the night, equal of the day, equal of anything. So what is going to be, because now we're going into times where it's real important. The great teacher here, the life lessons are asking of us, are telling us, come on, what have you learned? Where have you learned to put your focus? Where are you putting your focus? Have you learned how to cleanse? Have you learned how to be grateful? Have you learned how to step into the transformation? Because if you have, then I will help then there will come in more light like this, and I will help rise you up. Otherwise, get learning, get doing this, get the work done. Okay? Because if not, the balance scale will tip more to the heavier side, and it will be really difficult to, it will, the more the balance scale, the more we feed the wolves that this is anxiety, the worries, and all that, the more that wolf will grow, the more the feelings of anxieties and worries will grow, and the heavier we will feel around our heart and our heads, and like woof, and maybe even in our bodies. So the trick is, well, it's not a trick like a magic trick, but still, when you change your focus to other things, you will do yourself so big a favor. You would do your surroundings big a favor. You would do whole humankind and Mother Earth a big, big favor. Because the more you feed the wolf that is gratitude, joy, happiness, and smile, and remembering things that make you happy, looking forward to things that makes you happy, being a feeling and state where you smile and feel relaxed, and for every second, for every minute you do that, the less you cannot be in a state of anxiety and worry while you are happy, smiling, and relaxed. So the more you are in the state of happy, smiling, relaxed, gratitude stuff, the more you help balancing things out. So the scale not only will be in balance, it will be able to tip the other way. So we tip it towards more light, towards higher vibrations, toward the divine healing of ourselves, of humankind, and helping Mother Earth into this transition and shift that's all around us right now. It's really like whoa, 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 so much energy. And the equinoxes are, turning that up a bit. So we're having one more from the quantum, one more for the quantum tarot. So let's see. We have 4 cards, not all of them. This one. And this one. That's so interesting. One of them are the same cards I got for one of my listeners in the Danish one, and that's the number 0 card, the Fool, the Dreamer, the Butterfly for the transformation, the new beginnings, and shining bright. And you see the hand I held with, look here, I have all this light, I have this shining, the possibility to transform and spread your wings, transform into something new from the caterpillar into the butterfly. Now it's time that we transform ourselves into the butterflies. So we become new in a way and begin new journeys. But to do that, it's so important that we stop being stuck in the anxiety and nervousness, but instead, feel the joyfulness and the lightness, and invite in the healing and going, whoa, lighten the load, invite in the healing, let go of things, because we have number 10, the wheels are turning. So new things are coming in. Life is turning, the universe is turning. I think we even have some planets in this one. Yeah, we have a few symbols for some of the planets. For instance, Mars, it's a bit difficult to see. We also have a symbol for a star, and for the nuclear, the danger things, and the plane, and the yin yang symbol, and the triangle symboling Earth, and different kind of symbols. Also, some I do not know. And we have this big wheel and the gears and stuff. So since everything is moving and the universe in the back, Everything is moving. And now it's time to move in to be this shining, that we all shine our light. We take in the light that we are given, that we say, okay, I have this light within me, and now I am offered more. I'm not only offered more, I'm also offered to shine the light I already have. And when I shine that light I already have, then I invite in even more and can shine even more from this, changing from myself into the small butterfly to even bigger butterfly, and shining all the light into my surroundings and helping raise all the vibration. So that's, uh, held tipping the scales the other way around instead of being held down. So we can enter this, use this high vibrational energy to help heal humankind, ourselves, Mother Earth, because where focus goes, so goes the energies, and we are all energy. So the more we do the work, the better we tip the scales the other way, instead of feeling turned down. Then Saturn will, simply will come in and say, yes, you did the work. So here are your prize, and the prize is the transformation into more light. The things are shifting into good things. Okay, the things are shifting into good things. So remember that the wolf you feed is the wolf that thrives. So if you feed the wolf with anxiety and nervousness, then that is what is thriving. If you instead feed the wolf that is joy, happiness, laughter, and love, then that will thrive. And for every minute that you are in a feeling of joy, gratefulness, happiness, and love, and any other thing that makes you smile and feel happy, for every minute you will not be in a state of worrying or worse. So the more you will help lifting, the more you will help lifting and help with divine healing, help with the healing of humankind and the earth. So, and help tip the scales, because the wheels are turning no matter what. Time is moving and the wheels are turning no matter what. So if we remember to feed the things that make us happy, and the smiling and lifting our light, shining our light and lifting the vibrations like that, then it will spread like rings in the water, like turning on a lamp, like poof, and then a light will spread out. And this will be the change from the caterpillar into the butterfly and shining bright out. This will be the change, because it's turning no matter what we do. Then that's, time. Tides are turning, things are moving, and everything changes all the time. So if we remember to invite this in, and acknowledge the clarity that we too are the creator of what is happening, and we are creating what is happening by our choices, how we feel, where we send our focus, where we put our focus. How much do we smile? The more we do things that smiles and bring the smiles upon our lips, and the feeling of joy within our hearts, the better. Because for every time we do that, there's a time less for the worrying. So get changing the scales. Get to change the scales by being part of this divine healing. The time is now for the change, to spread light, shine light, and change into, invite in the light, shine your light, invite in more light, and change to this beautiful butterfly, and spread your wings and help with the healing and tip the scales and get the reward. Okay, I think that's it for now. I had a lot in the Danish today. I don't have here. It shifts, so that's how it goes. So there's only left for me to wish you a nice week with all these changes, and keep smiling, keep feeling the joy and warmth within your heart, and let your light shine. Let you be light, let there be light. Warm spreads, light spreads. Like when you're feeling gloom, it spreads. When you're feeling happy, it spreads even more. Okay? So lift your spirits as much as possible, because whoops, then we have this crystal skull wisdom with the clarity, divine healing, and the high vibration energy to our disposal. We do have that to our disposal extra this week. We always have it, but now let's focus on it. And if you tap into this in different ways, like with all the joy and letting go and do the work and let things shift and change, then we have this new beginnings with more light shining bright from you, from everyone, and helping humankind and Mother Earth. So bye for now. See you next week. Take care. Hi.